Unit 7. Recording 1. Lesson 7A. Exercise 2.
Youth Press, Edinburgh Festival Fringe. Ray White is spending a week at that amazing Scottish festival, the Edinburgh Fringe. Here's his first Youth Press report.
I've never seen so many people, and all of them are having fun. Everywhere you go, performers in weird and wonderful costumes approach you. They all tell you to go to their show, which of course is the best in town. You couldn't possibly go to all of them. So far, my favourite is Mickey's Marvellous Magic Show, which I saw yesterday. It was in a huge old theatre, but there were only about 30 people in the audience. Never mind, Mickey was brilliant. He asked someone to write down a number on a card and told him not to show anyone. Then he pulled out a card from his pocket, and there was the same number. Of course, I thought it was a fix, but then he asked me to write down a name. I couldn't believe it when he had the same name in his pocket. Spooky. Outside, lots of people were watching a man on a unicycle. He was cycling backwards and forwards inside a big square area in the street. He threw a little red rubber ball to a girl in the crowd and told her to throw it back. He caught it, then he did the same with 2 balls, then 3, then 4, then 5. It was awesome. I'm off to see the fearless flying grannies now. Sounds interesting? I'll tell you later.
Unit 7. Recording 2. Lesson 7A. Exercise 5. 1,
Don't move!
2,
Could you pass the sugar, please?
3,
Look at the whiteboard, please.
4,
Listen to me.
5,
Take the next turning on your right.
6,
Please don't eat my crisps.
Unit 7. Recording 3. Lesson 7A. Exercise 8.
Compression. Every.
8A.
Extraordinary. Everywhere. Favourite. Comfortable.
8B.
Interesting. Chocolate. Dictionary. Business. Restaurant. Secretary. Temporary. Factory.
8C.
A temporary secretary. A comfortable restaurant. A chocolate factory. An interesting dictionary.
Unit 7. Recording 4. Lesson 7A. Exercise 9.
These are great pictures, Ray. Are you going to post them online?
Yes, I guess so. I'll sort out the best ones. Look at this.
Oh, what's going on there with the piano? An open-air concert or something?
No, not at all. That piano was just there, in the street. Nobody was looking after it or anything. There was a big cardboard sign. It said, "Play me." And people just stopped, sat down and played. It was so cool.
Really? Could they actually play?
Yes. I mean, they weren't all great musicians or anything, but loads of people managed to play something. Some people just played funny little tunes or a few notes, but some played properly. I mean really, really well. It was amazing.
So, who's this girl, the one who's playing the piano?
She was walking past with a friend. He's there. Look, the man in the bright blue shirt. He told her to play something. She didn't want to. In fact, they nearly had an argument. Then she suddenly said, "Oh, okay then." And she sat down and started playing. I think it was Beethoven.
And?
She was fantastic. People stopped and listened, and at the end they clapped like crazy. Then they started asking her to play their favourite songs.
Did she do it?
No, she didn't. She looked really embarrassed, stood up and walked off with her friend. But it was great. So cool.
Unit 7. Recording 5. Lesson 7B. Exercise 1.
How not to rob a bank. One of the least successful bank robberies in history took place in Colorado, USA, in 2005. The police officer who arrested the robbers said they were the dumbest criminals ever. Anthony Prince and Luke Carroll had disguised their faces with ski masks and goggles, but the bank staff recognized them anyway. They told police that the men were regular customers and that they had recognized them straight away from their Australian accents. They were able to describe two fair-skinned young men of medium build, both with short, dark, curly hair, and one with a small moustache and beard. To remove any possible doubt, they also told police that the men worked in a nearby sports shop and had forgotten to remove their name tags. One of the cashiers told the police that she had given them a lot of single-dollar notes. "I told them the bags would be very heavy, but they ignored me. I laughed because they didn't seem very bright," she said. The men stole $132,000 and later posed for photographs with the money in their hands. They planned to escape to Mexico, but not surprisingly, they were arrested before they left the country. After about 4 years in prison, they returned to Australia. Prince told reporters he was very sorry. He said that he couldn't explain his behaviour and that he'd learnt from his mistakes. He also said he was writing a book about the robbery.
Unit 7. Recording 6. Lesson 7B. Exercise 5B.
Attractive. Bald. Eyebrow. Fair-skinned. Olive-skinned. Dark-skinned. Fat. Fringe. Handsome. In his or her teens. In his or her 20s. Of medium build. Overweight. Parting. Pretty. Round. Slim. Spiky. Square. Tattoo. Teenage. Thin. Ugly. Well-built.
Unit 7. Recording 7. Lesson 7C. Exercise 1.
Hello, can I speak to Jodie Carter, please?
Sure, I'll get her. Who's calling, please?
This is Mary Hill from Radio Talk London.
Right. Just a minute. Jodie! Jodie!
Hello, Jodie speaking. Go away, Luke.
So, have you won the competition?
Well, I'm through to the final.
That's amazing. Well done. What did she ask you?
I can't think. I'm so excited. She asked how long it had taken to write the story, and then she asked which school I went to. And guess what? She asked me if I could come to the studio on Saturday.
That's brilliant. When will you know the winner?
They'll tell us then, live on air.
Wow. Who are you taking? Did she ask if you wanted to bring a friend? Or a brother?
No, hard luck, Luke. She didn't.
Unit 7. Recording 8. Lesson 7C. Exercise 5. 1,
Can I ask you some questions?
2,
How old are you?
3,
What's your address?
4,
What school do you go to?
5,
Is English your favourite subject?
6,
When did you start learning English?
7,
Have you ever been to the UK?
8,
Can you speak any other languages?
9,
What are you planning for the summer holidays?
10,
Will you go to university in the future, or will you get a job?
Unit 7. Recording 9. Lesson 7C. Exercise 6.
Hello?
Hi, it's Mel here. Can I speak to Jo, please?
I'm afraid she's out. Can I take a message?
Yes, please. Can you ask her to call me?
OK. I'll tell her as soon as she gets back.
Unit 7. Recording 10. Lesson 7C. Exercise 8.
Hi, could I speak to Amy, please?
Sorry, she isn't here right now. Can I take a message?
Yes, thanks. Tell her Anna called.
OK.
Tell her I've lost my mobile.
Oh, that's bad. Hard luck.
Thanks. Anyway, can you ask her to call me on this number? It's 01783 593 223.
OK, hang on. Did you say 233?
No, 223.
Right. 01783 593 223.
Yes, it's my home number. I'll be at home all afternoon. OK?
Sure, I'll tell her. Hope you find your phone soon.
Me too. Thanks then. Bye.
Unit 7. Recording 11. Lesson 7D. Exercise 2.
Sandy Blair, reporting on world culture. Welcome to my latest report to find out about indigenous cultures in the modern world. I began in New Zealand. Last week I spoke to Marka, a Maori from Auckland. He told me about a typical Maori dance called kapa haka. It's a mixture of song, war cries and dance. The dancing has a lot of combat movements and the dancers wear traditional Maori costume. You can see a haka at every New Zealand rugby game. The New Zealand players perform it in front of the other team before the match. I looked it up on YouTube. They look like real warriors. It's awesome. Next stop, Canada. The Inuits have lived in Canada for over 5,000 years and are famous for their traditional games. I asked Karima, an Inuit from northern Canada, to tell me about them. She said that life in the Arctic could be hard and it was important for people to have strong minds and strong bodies, So the Inuits invented games to help them survive during their long hunting trips. My favourite game is the kneel jump. You start on your knees and jump forward. The person who jumps the furthest wins. Karima told me all about the Arctic Games. It seems the competition began in 1970, and it has both traditional games and modern sports, like ice hockey. Finally, I spoke to Kylie, an Aboriginal Australian from Sydney, and I asked her about Aboriginal music. She told me about the didgeridoo. The didgeridoo's an Aboriginal musical instrument over 1,500 years old. It's a pipe that's 1 to 3 meters long, and yes, you blow into it. Today, you can still listen to traditional didgeridoo music or fusions with hip-hop or rock. Kylie told me that her uncle was the didgeridoo player in a group. Check out her photo.
Unit 7. Recording 12. Lesson 7D. Exercise 4.
Hi, Karima. Thanks for coming online to speak to me.
Sure, no problem, Sandy.
I wanted to ask you about the Inuit people. What does Inuit mean?
Oh, that's really easy. It means people. The people that have lived in Arctic regions, like northern Canada, for thousands of years.
I must say, when I think of the Arctic, I don't really think about sports. It's too cold. So I'm really interested in hearing more about your traditional games. How many are there?
Lots and lots. They're mainly games that make you stronger, but some of them are just for fun. They were invented to keep people healthy and happy.
And what types of games are there?
Well, there are ball games, jumping games, wrestling games, and games with bones.
Bones?
Well, not real bones anymore. These are games like dominoes or puzzles.
What's your favourite type of Inuit game?
I like the voice games.
Singing songs?
Not really. Well, not like Justin Bieber. These are games where you make different noises with your voice.
Noises?
Yes, that's right. There are no words. You stand opposite the other person and the game begins. Some noises are harder than others, and it can be very tiring.
How do you win?
If you need to stop to breathe or to laugh, then you lose the game. I don't often win because you stand very close to the other person. I usually start laughing.
Sounds cool.
I'll send you a video link. You'll love it.
And do you play more modern games?
Of course. Hockey, tennis, football, baseball, you name it.
Unit 7. Recording 13. Language revision.
Grammar. Exercise 1.
1.
Anna asked Claire to help her.
2.
The police officer told John not to cycle without lights at night.
3.
Josh asked his mum to give him a lift to school.
4.
The magician told Jenny to write the number on the card. Exercise 2.
1.
Elsa said that she didn't want to go home.
2.
Tom said Ben had had a great time on his birthday.
3.
Rob said he would do the washing up.
4.
Mary told us that Jack had been to the USA twice. Exercise 3.
1.
My mum asked if we wanted a drink. Do you want a drink?
2.
She asked what time I could meet her. What time can you meet me?
3.
He asked me who I was going to invite. Who are you going to invite?
4,
The police officer asked us what we were doing. What are you doing? Vocabulary. Exercise 4.
1,
They're expensive black leather shoes.
2,
It's an exciting new American film.
3,
They're small, round, metal glasses.
4,
He's a popular young Italian actor. Exercise 5.
1,
They're attractive.
2,
He's overweight.
3,
She's slim.
4,
She's got a fringe.
5,
Bart and Lisa Simpson have got spiky hair.
6,
It's a tattoo.
7,
Babies usually have round faces.
8,
She's in her teens. Phrases and use your English. Exercise 6.
1,
Just a minute.
2,
I can't think.
3,
I'm so excited.
4,
Hard luck. Exercise 7. 2A. 3B. 4B. 5E.